So compassion, best defined by a desire to suffer with another person, to share their burden, is a physical experience. I want you to explore where you feel it in your body. I invite you to enter into a practice of purposely cultivating it, perhaps doing a meditation on compassion by getting yourself into a meditative posture, finding your breath, sort of checking in with your body, something that I invite you to do when you meditate. Just how do you feel? What's going on today? What are the energies in your body? There's nothing that we have to be forceful about. We don't have to get into a meditative state. We're just sitting, just being, not doing anything, just being. But once you feel like you've been integrated, you basically invite someone into your life that immediately brings up what you believe to be as this energy of compassion. And just sort of sit with it. You can actually love the person even though they're not with you. Love is an act, right? It's a verb, but sometimes it's visible and sometimes it's not. You can actually love someone when you choose to. That's how you stay in love. Rather than wait for the world to decide how you feel, rather than wait for other people to determine your emotions, you begin to cultivate emotional energy. You start your day by cultivating compassion, love, and gratitude. Watch what that does for your day. But in order to cultivate those things, you have to have the capacity to be single-minded. And if you don't have the capacity to be single-minded, you can at least forgive yourself for your failure to be single-minded. See, it's always okay to start. I mentioned this to you earlier. Compassion is always available to us. So if I sit in an effort to cultivate compassion and I fail, and I feel myself filled with aggression and resentment, in that moment, as I bear witness to my humanity, I'm in the gap, and I can react to that experience with loving kindness and realize I'm doing my best. And if in that moment you can find a way to bear witness to your own failing and meet it with loving kindness, you are actually learning what forgiveness is. We can't forgive others until we learn to forgive ourselves. You know your own sins better than you know anyone's. Come face to face with them and meet them with loving kindness. Of course, your ego is going to suggest if you're too soft on yourself, it will just give you permission to continue. The reality is, if you really experience the loss and the sadness, you'll see the confusion. If you respond with shame and guilt, those things perpetuate the behavior. If you can just let it break your heart, that's the ultimate goal. Compassion is, in fact, the experience of being brokenhearted. In the Shambhala lineage of Buddhism, it's said that all warriors have broken hearts. That once you wake up to the reality of what it really means to be human, you realize that it's difficult for everyone. There's nobody out there who's having an easier time in this moment relating to their own experience than you. They may have lots of external trimmings that are distractions from that inner experience, but if they ever choose to bring their awareness to their heart, they're going to meet with the same energy that you and I have access to today.